Hey my loves, today I'm going to show you how to make this delicious soft Turkish bread known as baslama. I love it. First time making it, I saw this recipe. It's soft, it's pillowy, and I had to make it. Then, my loves, I am going to show you the versatility by making a chicken birria. My loves, I'm going to use the baslama to make it. It's usually made with tortillas, but I'm going to stuff with cheese and shredded chicken. And loves, we're going to have a nice dipping sauce for it. That's going to be off the hook. And then, my loves, I'm going to show you how to make some simple pizza pockets with the same dough. So love, stay tuned and we'll be back, okay? And I am back to make some delicious Turkish bread baslama, okay? But before anything else, my loves, you know what to do. You gotta please, well, not that I'm demanding, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay? And press that notification bell. Don't forget to like and share. Let everybody know about Jackie's cooking. Alright, so my loves, these are the ingredients to make this delicious Turkish bread known as baslama. I saw this recipe and I had to make it, okay? And it's so good, but I think I did okay. Alright, so we have some regular flour. It calls for olive oil, but I didn't have olive oil, so I'm using regular canola oil. We have salt, a little bit of sugar. We have some rapid dry acting yeast. We have some milk, and you're gonna need some water, okay? So that's how simple it is to make it, okay? And to all my Turkish people out there, be gentle on me, okay? All right, my love. So we're gonna bloom our yeast, okay? We're going to add it to our water. And I'm going to add a little bit of sugar because the yeast will feed on the sugar, and then this within like 5-10 minutes we'll know if the yeast is okay. Okay, because we want to make sure that our yeast is okay and it's alive. Okay, so as you can see, we have it there and we'll be back to it. All right, and in our mixer we're going to add our flour, our salt. Okay, and I'm just mixing those dry ingredients together, and guys, the ingredients will be listed in the description box below. To my milk, my loves, I am adding some oil. Again, this calls for olive oil, but I didn't have olive oil, so I'm using canola oil. I am now adding that to our flour mixture. Okay, and we are then going to take our water with our I'm just so blank today. With our rapid dry yeast, okay, and we're going to mix that in our mixer. Yes, you can do this by hand, but I want to use the mixer, okay? All right, now, so we want to make sure all our dry ingredients, my loves, are well incorporated, okay? So I'm just using my spatula here to ensure all the dry ingredients are mixed in properly with the wet ingredients, okay? And we're gonna mix this until it becomes nice and smooth and to the touch. It's not sticky. It just has like a nice, it's like a Play-Doh kind of feeling, okay, to it. It's not sticky, but it has like a tackiness to it, okay? So I saw this recipe. I was going through YouTube and I saw this recipe, and I love breads. I love all kinds of breads, and here's our doughs, my loves. As you can see, it's nice and tacky, nice and soft. Okay, and I saw this recipe and I'm like, oh my god, this looks so good. All right, this is my first time making it, so, but I think I did okay. I really think I did okay with this, okay? I'm pretty sure to all the native Turkish people out there, you'll be like, okay, you know, you could do some improvements here and there, but you know, I welcome your teachings, okay? Because I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this bread, and it's so versatile. So now we're putting it in a grease bowl, my love. So I'm covering with some plastic wrap, and I'm gonna set it in a nice warm place for about an hour or so until it's double in size. All right, so our bread dough has risen. It's double in size. And we are going to now form it into little balls, okay? With this, guys, if your dough's a little bit too sticky for you, you could flour your hands so you could better handle the dough, all right? Okay, and from what I read, baslama is a bread that they usually make it, if I'm not making it on an outside stove, outside oven, but you could make it inside as well, okay? It's like a village bread, and I love it. I love foods like this because it shows how food brings people together, and people take what they have to make with what they got, to make what they can, and this is delicious. I love it. I love the versatility. It's soft and so pillowy. You could use it as a sandwich. You could eat it just like that. I love it. It was really good, and I'm like, oh, I gotta show my mother how to make this because I know she would really love this. Okay, so as you can see, I'm forming some balls. I didn't make all the dough for the actual baslama, okay, but we do have some versatility that I decided to do what's called some food fusions. Okay, so right now, guys, I'm blabbing here. We're making a round disc, and we're trying to get this as round as possible, and we want to roll it at least to 1/8 of an inch thick, okay? And you're gonna put it on a nice pan. If you're preferably a non-stick pan, that would be great, okay? And the pan shouldn't be too cold, it can't be too cool, and it can't be too hot. And the goal of this is when you put it in the pan, it's supposed to puff up as a pillow. Okay, it's gonna start off with the bubbles. You're gonna see the dough puffing in certain areas, but then when you turn it or what have you, it's the whole thing's supposed to blow up like a balloon, and then it deflates. Unfortunately, I wasn't successful with the whole thing turning into a balloon. I would love to have seen that, but I think with more practice, as I make this dough more over time, I will be able to achieve that. Okay, but I will say I think I did okay because I definitely enjoyed the versatility, the softness, the pillowiness. It melts in your mouth. I love it. It kind of reminds me of when you having a gyro. That's the kind of bread it reminds me of. And for all my Turkish people out there, let me know, do they use this for gyro breads? Now, as you can see the puffiness going on, you're supposed to leave it on each side for at least 30 seconds, okay? Again, it can't be too cold or too hot. But as you can see that puffiness occurring, and what I was looking for it to puff up like a balloon. But as I saw, it's okay if you don't get it right the first or second time. It takes time and practice, but I wanted to show you how to make this and what I was able to do with it and get versatile and do some food fusion with it by adding a little Mexican twist to it, because I love to fuse foods together, and an Italian twist to it. Okay, so but we're gonna get that later on in this segment. Okay, so now I'm flipping it over. Okay, 30 seconds on each side. You're just gonna keep turning it. When it puffs up like a balloon like that, it ensures that it's well cooked on the inside. But I know it's well cooked on the inside because the steam is gonna get trapped in between the layers, and that's how the puffiness starts. Okay, so I'm just turning it. I think I did okay on this one. It could be better. It definitely could be better, but it is good. All right. And after you do this, guys, you're supposed to put some brush some butter on it. Okay, you're supposed to brush some butter on it, and I've seen some videos where they add some dried parsley or sprinkle some cilantro along with some red pepper flakes. I didn't have none of that. I had Italian seasoning. Okay, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I had some Italian seasoning and I added some red pepper flakes with that along. So I decided to speed up the process because I didn't want to bore y'all. Okay, and as you can see, I'm rolling it into a circle. Okay, putting it into my pan. And will you see those bubbles? You see those bubbles? That's the air getting into it and stuff like that. I was really looking for it to blow up like a balloon. But, you know, hey, this is my first try. It's okay. All right, and I wanted to do this with you guys. All right, and after that, we'll flip it over. We flipped it over. Okay. And again, guys, if I didn't mention the recipes in the description box below. Now, look how flexible and palatable this is. Look at that. It's so soft, and you could fold it like that. It definitely looks like one of those gyro breads. But if it's not, you know, I would definitely use this. To me, it's so versatile. I really enjoyed it. I sprinkled some Italian seasoning and brushed each one with some butter. Okay, as you can see, which I'm getting ready to do. Okay, add some butter, and then you are going to add your cilantro or your dried parsley and your red pepper flakes, or you could just put the butter on there. But I know this is something I would definitely love to have for breakfast with a nice cup of coffee or a cup of tea. You know, I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, so to my Turkish people out there, I love this. Okay, thumbs up, most definitely.